If your kitchen always feels crowded and you never seem to have enough space, these Amazon products are going to make a huge difference. Today, you'll discover smart kitchen gadgets and organizers designed to maximize every corner, free up your counters, and make even the smallest kitchen feel cleaner, tidier, and way more functional. If your kitchen cabinets are always packed with pans, lids, trays, and cutting boards stacked on top of each other, this organizer can completely change the way your space feels. What makes it so useful is that you can adjust the size depending on your cabinet or countertop, so it works in small kitchens without wasting space. Instead of digging through a pile of cookware every time you need one pan, everything stays separated, visible, and easy to grab in seconds. It's also surprisingly versatile because you can use it for baking trays, pot lids, chopping boards, or even frying pans of different sizes. The metal frame feels sturdy and stable, and the setup is simple enough that you can reorganize your kitchen in just a few minutes. One of those products that instantly makes your kitchen feel cleaner, calmer, and much more organized without needing a full renovation. This rolling storage basket is one of those kitchen products that instantly makes small spaces feel more functional. Instead of leaving fruits, vegetables, snacks, or random kitchen items scattered across the counter, everything finally has its own place, while still staying easy to reach. What's really clever is the vertical design, because it takes advantage of unused height instead of eating up valuable countertop space. The rotating baskets also make it feel much more practical in everyday use, since you can quickly grab what you need without moving other things around. And because it has wheels, you can easily move it next to your kitchen island, pantry, or dining table whenever you need extra storage. It's not just useful for produce either. A lot of people use it for spices, bread, drinks, or even bathroom and laundry storage. Super versatile, surprisingly compact, and perfect for apartments or smaller kitchens where every bit of space matters. This kitchen island is the kind of product that can completely upgrade a small kitchen without needing any renovation. It gives you extra countertop space for cooking, preparing meals, or even having breakfast, while also adding a huge amount of hidden storage underneath. The cabinets, shelves, and drawers help keep appliances, spices, dishes, and kitchen accessories organized instead of cluttering your counters. One feature that really stands out is the built-in power outlet, which makes it super convenient for coffee machines, blenders, or charging your phone while cooking. It also works surprisingly well in apartments because it combines storage, prep space, and a dining area all in one piece of furniture. The farmhouse-style design makes it feel more like a premium kitchen upgrade rather than just another organizer. If your kitchen always feels crowded or short on workspace, this is the type of product that can genuinely make everyday cooking feel easier and more comfortable. This undersink organizer is the kind of thing you don't realize you need until you finally install one and see how much wasted space was hiding inside your cabinets. Instead of stacking cleaning products randomly and forgetting what's in the back, the sliding drawers let you pull everything out smoothly so you can actually see and reach your items in seconds. It's especially useful in small kitchens where storage space disappears fast, and the two-tier design helps maximize vertical space without making the cabinet feel cramped. A lot of people also use it outside the kitchen for bathroom products, laundry supplies, or pantry organization because it works almost anywhere. The metal structure feels much sturdier than the cheap plastic organizers you usually find online, and the setup is simple enough that you can transform a messy cabinet in just a few minutes. One of those small upgrades that genuinely makes your kitchen feel more organized and easier to use every day. If you cook often, you already know how annoying spice cabinets can become after a while. Everything ends up stacked behind other jars, labels disappear, and somehow you always lose the exact seasoning you need. That's why this pull-out bamboo spice rack is such a smart upgrade for small kitchens. Instead of wasting deep cabinet space, it slides out smoothly so every spice stays visible and easy to grab instantly. The vertical design also helps you fit a surprising number of jars into a narrow space without cluttering your countertop. Beyond being practical, the bamboo finish gives it a much cleaner and more premium look compared to typical plastic organizers, so it actually makes your kitchen feel more organized and stylish at the same time. It's one of those products that makes cooking feel less chaotic because everything stays sorted, accessible, and right where you expect it to be every single time you open the cabinet. A magnetic knife holder like this is one of the easiest ways to free up space in a small kitchen while also making the countertop look cleaner and more modern. Instead of storing knives inside a bulky knife block or overcrowded drawer, everything stays visible, organized, and easy to grab while cooking. What makes this version stand out is the wooden design because it feels much warmer and more premium than the typical industrial-looking metal strips. It almost works as part of the kitchen decor while still being incredibly practical every day. The magnetic hold is strong enough to keep larger knives secure, and having them displayed vertically also helps protect the blades from unnecessary damage inside drawers. It's especially useful in apartments or compact kitchens where every inch of counter space matters. One of those small upgrades that instantly makes your kitchen feel more organized, more functional, and honestly just a lot nicer to cook in every day. These stackable mug organizers are such a simple idea, but they make a huge difference if your kitchen cabinets are always packed with cups and mugs. Normally, mugs waste a surprising amount of vertical space because you can't safely stack them without risking scratches or unstable piles. This little organizer solves that problem by creating a secure layer between each mug, letting you use the full height of the cabinet while keeping everything neat and easy to access. It's especially useful in smaller kitchens or apartments where cabinet space disappears fast. What's nice is that it doesn't require any installation or complicated setup either. You just place them between the mugs and instantly create extra storage space. It also helps protect delicate cups from chipping since they're not directly touching each other. One of those affordable kitchen products that seems small at first, but once you start using it, you realize how much cleaner and more organized your cabinets feel every single day. Drawer organizers like this might not look exciting at first, but they completely change how a kitchen feels day to day. Instead of opening a messy drawer full of mixed utensils, everything finally has its own section and stays easy to find instantly. What makes this one especially useful is the expandable design because it adjusts to different drawer sizes, which is perfect if you have a smaller kitchen or oddly sized cabinets. The bamboo finish also gives it a much cleaner and more premium look compared to cheap plastic trays, so even opening the drawer feels more satisfying somehow. It's great for organizing cutlery, cooking tools, serving utensils, or even random kitchen gadgets that normally end up cluttered together. And because it helps maximize every inch inside the drawer, you can fit a surprising amount without things looking overcrowded. One of those simple organization products that makes your kitchen feel calmer, tidier, and way more functional every single day. If you don't have a dishwasher, a good drying rack can honestly make your entire kitchen feel less messy. This oversized dish drying rack is great because it holds way more than the typical compact models while still keeping everything organized and easy to access. Plates, pots, pans, glasses, utensils, and even larger cookware all have dedicated sections, so the countertop doesn't end up looking chaotic after every meal. One detail that makes a big difference is the drainage system that directs water straight into the sink instead of letting it collect underneath and create puddles. The black metal design also gives it a cleaner and more modern look, compared to the usual plastic racks that start looking cheap after a few months. It's especially useful for apartments or smaller kitchens where counter space is limited, and staying organized matters a lot. One of those everyday kitchen upgrades that quietly makes cooking and cleaning feel much easier. This acrylic spice organizer is one of those products that makes kitchen drawers look instantly cleaner and more satisfying to use. Instead of having spice jars rolling around or hidden behind each other in cabinets, the step design keeps every label visible at a glance, so finding the right seasoning becomes much quicker while cooking. What's really useful is that it expands to fit different drawer sizes, which makes it work well even in smaller kitchens where storage space is limited. The clear acrylic design also keeps everything looking minimal and organized without making the drawer feel crowded or heavy. A lot of people use it not only for spices, but also for sauces, tea bags, baking ingredients, vitamins, or small kitchen containers. It's a simple product, but it genuinely helps reduce clutter and wasted space inside drawers that usually become chaotic over time. One of those little upgrades that makes the entire kitchen feel more organized every time you open the drawer. If you eat rice regularly, this dispenser is one of those kitchen gadgets that makes everyday cooking feel a lot more convenient. Instead of dealing with large rice bags taking up cabinet space or spilling everywhere when you pour them, everything stays neatly stored inside one compact container. The built-in dispenser is probably the best part because it lets you release the exact amount you need with a single press, which feels surprisingly satisfying and helps avoid waste. The airtight design also helps keep rice fresher for longer while protecting it from humidity and dust, especially in warmer kitchens. Beyond being practical, the overall design looks much cleaner and more modern than traditional storage containers, so it fits nicely on a countertop without looking messy. It's especially useful in apartments or smaller kitchens where organization matters a lot. One of those small kitchen upgrades that quietly makes cooking routines simpler, cleaner, and way more organized every single day. A rotating spice rack like this is perfect for keeping seasonings organized without taking up too much space on the countertop. Instead of having spice jars scattered across cabinets and drawers, everything stays neatly stored in one compact tower that you can spin around to instantly find what you need while cooking. The rotating design feels surprisingly convenient in everyday use, especially when you're preparing meals quickly and don't want to waste time searching for spices hidden in the back of a cabinet. It also adds a cleaner and more modern look to the kitchen because the matching jars make everything feel coordinated instead of cluttered. This kind of organizer works especially well in small kitchens where countertop space is limited, but accessibility still matters. A lot of versions even come pre-filled with popular spices, which makes setup incredibly easy. One of those kitchen products that combines organization, convenience, and decoration all in a way that genuinely improves the cooking experience. These stackable pantry containers are one of the easiest ways to make a kitchen instantly look cleaner and more organized. Instead of having half-open bags of pasta, cereal, rice, snacks, and baking ingredients taking over your cabinets, everything gets transferred into matching containers that are much easier to store and stack neatly. The airtight seal is a huge advantage too because it helps keep food fresher for longer while protecting it from moisture and spills. What people really love about these is how much space they save compared to original packaging, especially in smaller kitchens where cabinet organization matters a lot. The clear design also makes it easy to see exactly what you have left without opening every container while cooking. They work great for pantries, drawers, or even open shelving if you want a more aesthetic kitchen setup. One of those products that not only improves organization, but also makes the entire kitchen feel calmer, tidier, and much more functional every day. This stone drying mat is a really clever alternative to traditional dish drying racks, especially if you want your kitchen counter to look cleaner and less cluttered. Instead of leaving wet dishes sitting in puddles of water, the stone surface absorbs moisture incredibly fast and dries surprisingly quickly on its own. It's perfect for glasses, pans, coffee cups, or freshly washed fruits and vegetables. And because it lays flat, it takes up much less visual space than bulky drying racks. One thing people love is how minimal and modern it looks, compared to fabric mats that stay damp and start smelling after a while. The foldable design also makes storage super easy when you're not using it, which is ideal for smaller kitchens or apartments with limited counter space. It's one of those products that feels simple at first, but once you start using it daily, your kitchen instantly feels tidier, cleaner, and much more organized overall. This baker's rack is basically like adding an entire extra storage station to your kitchen without needing any renovation. It combines shelves, hooks, countertop space, baskets, and even built-in power outlets, which makes it incredibly practical for smaller kitchens where storage disappears fast. You can use it as a coffee station, microwave stand, snack area, or even a mini pantry, depending on your setup. What makes it especially useful is how it takes advantage of vertical space instead of overcrowding your counters and cabinets. The hooks are great for mugs and utensils, while the open shelves keep appliances and everyday items easy to reach. The industrial wood and metal design also gives the kitchen a much more modern and organized look. Compared to random storage shelves, it's one of those furniture pieces that instantly makes a kitchen feel more functional because everything finally has its own place. Perfect for apartments, tiny kitchens, or anyone trying to maximize every corner efficiently. This automatic egg dispenser is one of those small kitchen organizers that makes the fridge feel instantly cleaner and more efficient. Instead of keeping bulky egg cartons taking up awkward space on shelves, the eggs roll forward automatically every time you grab one, so everything stays organized without any effort. It's surprisingly satisfying to use day to day, especially if your refrigerator usually feels overcrowded or messy. The stackable design is also really smart because it helps maximize vertical space while still keeping the eggs visible and easy to access. The clear acrylic look blends nicely into almost any fridge setup and makes everything feel more modern and tidy compared to random packaging. It's especially useful in smaller apartments or kitchens where every inch of storage matters. Beyond the organization itself, it also helps avoid cracked eggs caused by stacking cartons awkwardly. One of those simple products that quietly makes everyday kitchen routines feel cleaner, smoother, and much more organized overall. This wooden magnetic knife holder is a perfect example of a kitchen product that combines organization with a really clean and elegant design. Instead of filling drawers with sharp knives or wasting counter space with bulky knife blocks, this lets you store everything directly on the wall in a way that feels much more modern and practical. The magnetic hold is strong enough to keep knives securely in place while still making them easy to grab instantly while cooking. What makes this version stand out is the natural wood finish, because it adds warmth to the kitchen instead of looking overly industrial or commercial. It's especially useful in smaller kitchens where countertop space is limited and every inch matters. A lot of people also like that the knives stay more visible and accessible during meal prep, which makes cooking feel smoother and more organized. One of those small upgrades that instantly gives the kitchen a cleaner, more premium look overall. This airtight bread box is one of those kitchen products that seems simple, but it actually solves a really common problem. Instead of bread drying out too quickly or getting crushed inside random plastic bags, everything stays fresher and better organized in one dedicated container. The airtight seal helps preserve texture much longer, while the built-in time tracker is a surprisingly useful feature because it lets you keep track of freshness without guessing how long the bread has been sitting there. It's also great for keeping the kitchen looking cleaner, since bread bags and packaging can make countertops feel cluttered very fast. The transparent design makes it easy to see what's inside instantly, and the stackable shape fits nicely inside cabinets, pantries, or on countertops without wasting space. Perfect for smaller kitchens where organization matters. One of those practical everyday products that quietly makes your kitchen routines feel cleaner, tidier, and much more convenient overall. If your fridge constantly ends up filled with loose soda cans rolling around everywhere, this organizer is such a satisfying upgrade. Instead of stacking cans randomly and wasting tons of shelf space, the angle design keeps everything neatly lined up while automatically rolling the next can forward every time you grab one. It makes the refrigerator feel instantly cleaner and much more organized without any effort. The stackable structure is especially useful because it helps maximize vertical storage space, which is perfect for smaller kitchens or crowded fridges. The clear acrylic design also blends nicely into almost any refrigerator setup and makes it easy to see exactly what drinks you have left at a glance. Beyond soda cans, people also use these organizers for sparkling water, energy drinks, or canned coffee. One of those simple kitchen organization products that somehow makes the fridge feel way more premium, tidy, and efficient every single time you open the door. These square glass storage jars are one of the easiest ways to make a pantry or kitchen counter look instantly cleaner and more organized. Instead of dealing with half-open food bags and random packaging everywhere, everything gets transferred into matching containers that stack neatly and save a surprising amount of space. The square shape is especially useful because it wastes much less room compared to round jars, which makes a big difference in smaller kitchens or crowded cabinets. The glass design also gives the kitchen a much more aesthetic and premium look, while letting you quickly see exactly what's inside without opening every container. They're perfect for coffee beans, pasta, rice, cereal, snacks, tea, spices, or baking ingredients, so they work for almost any pantry setup. The bamboo lids add a warm, minimalist touch while helping keep food fresher longer. One of those simple kitchen upgrades that instantly makes the entire space feel tidier, calmer, and more put together.